Have you ever wondered what it's really like to wake up every morning in Jamaica beyond those picture-perfect resort photos you see on Instagram? Because I'm about to take you on a journey through the real Jamaica, where the living conditions tell a story that's far more complex and fascinating than any travel brochure could ever capture. Today, we're diving deep into what daily life actually looks like for the 2.8 million people who call this Caribbean island home. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a completely different perspective on what it means to live in paradise. Let's start with something that might shock you. While tourists are sipping cocktails on pristine beaches in Montego Bay, just a few miles inland, families are dealing with water shortages that can last for weeks. This isn't some rare occurrence either. It's a reality that affects over 400,000 Jamaicans regularly. The water situation perfectly captures the complexity of living conditions in Jamaica. In upscale areas like Pastures in Kingston or certain parts of Spanish Town, residents enjoy reliable water supply, modern plumbing, and all the amenities you'd expect in any developed country. But venture into communities like Trench Town or certain rural parishes, and you'll find families who've learned to store water in barrels and containers because they never know when the next delivery truck will arrive. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite these infrastructure challenges, Jamaica has achieved something remarkable that many developed nations struggle with. Their literacy rate sits at an impressive 88%, and education is genuinely valued across all socio-economic levels. Walk through any community, and you'll see children in crisp uniforms heading to school, because education is seen as the pathway to a better life. The housing situation tells another layered story. Kingston, the capital city, showcases this diversity perfectly. You have areas like New Kingston with modern high-rise apartments, gated communities with 24-hour security, and homes that rival anything you'd find in Miami or Toronto. These areas feature reliable electricity, high-speed internet, and grocery stores stocked with international brands. Then you have communities where creativity and resourcefulness shine through necessity. Families have transformed zinc sheets and concrete blocks into homes that house multiple generations. These aren't just structures, they're testaments to human ingenuity and community spirit. Extended families live together, sharing resources and responsibilities in ways that create incredibly strong social bonds. The economic reality shapes everything. Jamaica's minimum wage translates to roughly $67 per week, while the cost of living, especially for imported goods, can be surprisingly high. A gallon of milk might cost the equivalent of $7, and gasoline prices often exceed what Americans pay. This creates a unique economic landscape where locals have developed remarkable skills in budgeting, bartering, and community resource sharing. Healthcare presents another fascinating contrast. Jamaica has produced some of the world's most renowned medical professionals, and the University of the West Indies Medical School attracts students from across the Caribbean and beyond. Public health care is available, but quality and accessibility vary dramatically between urban and rural areas. Many middle-class families rely on private health care, while others depend on community health centers and traditional remedies that have been passed down through generations. Food culture reveals something beautiful about Jamaican living conditions. Despite economic challenges, food remains central to daily life and community bonding. Local markets burst with fresh produce grown on the island. Ackee, breadfruit, mangoes, and dozens of other tropical fruits provide nutrition that many people in colder climates pay premium prices to access. The tradition of home cooking means that even families with limited income often eat healthier than many people in wealthier countries who depend on processed foods. Transportation showcases both challenges and innovation. While many families cannot afford private vehicles, the public transportation system has evolved into something uniquely Jamaican. Route taxis, buses, and the famous coaster buses create a network that connects even the most remote communities. Yes, the roads can be challenging, and the rides can be adventurous, but the system works and reflects the collaborative spirit that defines much of Jamaican society. Climate plays a massive role in living conditions, and it's not always the tropical paradise outsiders imagine. Hurricane season brings real stress and preparation challenges. Families invest in generators, stock up on non-perishable foods, and often reinforce their homes annually. The heat and humidity require adaptations that tourists never see. Many homes lack air conditioning, so architectural features like high ceilings, strategic window placement, and covered verandas become essential for comfortable living. Technology adoption has been remarkable despite infrastructure limitations. Mobile phone penetration exceeds 100%, meaning many people have multiple devices. Internet cafes serve communities where home broadband isn't available. And mobile internet has revolutionized everything from banking to education access. Young Jamaicans are increasingly connected to global opportunities through digital platforms. Safety concerns vary dramatically by location and community. Some neighborhoods maintain strong social cohesion, where everyone looks out for each other, creating environments where children play freely and doors remain unlocked. Other areas require more caution and security awareness. Community policing initiatives and neighborhood watch programs have emerged as grassroots solutions to supplement official law enforcement. Environmental factors significantly impact daily life. Air quality in Kingston can be challenging due to traffic and industrial activity, while rural areas offer some of the cleanest air you'll breathe anywhere. Water quality varies by source and treatment availability. Many families invest in filtration systems or rely on bottled water for drinking. The social fabric remains perhaps Jamaica's greatest strength. Extended family networks provide support systems that government programs often cannot match. Community celebrations, church gatherings, and neighborhood events create connections that transcend economic boundaries. This social capital often makes the difference between struggling and thriving. Cultural richness permeates daily life in ways that genuinely enhance living conditions. Music isn't just entertainment. It's therapy, communication, and community bonding. Art, storytelling, and cultural traditions provide meaning and identity that no amount of material wealth could replace. Rural versus urban experiences differ dramatically. Rural communities often have stronger food security through small-scale farming and fishing, while urban areas offer more employment opportunities and services. Both settings have unique advantages and challenges that residents navigate with remarkable adaptability. Looking at Jamaica's living conditions honestly means acknowledging both struggles and strengths. Yes, there are infrastructure challenges, economic pressures, and social issues that affect quality of life. But there's also resilience, creativity, community spirit, and cultural wealth that create richness in ways that standard economic indicators cannot measure. The reality is that living conditions in Jamaica cannot be reduced to simple categories of good or bad. They represent a complex tapestry woven from historical factors, geographic realities, economic conditions, and human determination. For every challenge, you'll find communities and individuals who have developed innovative solutions. For every limitation, you'll discover strengths that many wealthier societies have lost. Understanding Jamaica's living conditions requires looking beyond surface impressions and appreciating the full human story. It's a place where paradise and struggle coexist, where resourcefulness meets natural beauty, and where community bonds create wealth that cannot be measured in dollars alone. What aspects of Jamaican living conditions surprised you most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this opened your eyes to a different perspective on Caribbean life, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into real stories from around the world.